when it's supposed to. It comes online at some point, but it could be years afterwards. So when we try to do moral presentations, they can't necessarily hear us. It's like we're speaking Greek. This material is self-preservation driven. That's the part of the brain that's running things anyway. So let's talk to it, okay? So hopefully you'll find this all valuable. And you know, your question probably is how to get involved in doing this. And actually, this particular part came out of a very personal experience. When I had our fourth child, I met a woman who lived near me. We were introduced by a mutual friend. She lived down the block, you know, down the alley where we'd never met each other. And we had kids kind of the same age. They went to the same school, went to the same church, and we got to be really good friends. And we babysat for each other and did all that sort of thing. And when our 5th kids were born, they were born about 2 months apart. And when our 6 kids were due, they were due the same day. And I really didn't think that would happen. I thought that was one of those coincidence things, you know. Well, how it played out is that at midnight on the 23rd of March, I went to the hospital, and our daughter Miriam was born at 7 a.m. Before Miriam was born, my friend Joan is in the next room in labor with John. John took a nap. His birthday is the 25th, but they're born within 24 hours. And I thought that was weird. All right, tuck it away in the back of your head. I belong to a group called the Association of Pre- and Perinatal Psychology and Health. It's the most interesting group I belong to. They have the most fascinating speakers, and it's this very eclectic group of everybody. There's some doctors, there's researchers, there's therapists, there's midwives, there's doulas, there's everybody in the group. And they're not afraid to talk about the significance of what happens in utero, starting with conception, all right? That how we're conceived can change us. Is it rape? Is it, you know, is it love? Is it whatever? What happens in utero can change us. How we're born can change us. Those early first 3 years of life in terms of stress can change us. So I'm coming home from this conference, and I'm reading a book on the anthropology of mothering, and this woman whose name is Sarah Hrdy, H-R-D-Y, explained what had happened with me and Joan, and now I was hooked. All right, that's what set this all up. Because you see, we women are designed to be in a hormonal dance. When we spend time with each other, we will cycle together. So we don't have to be relatives. It's presence, all right? It takes about 3 months for this to happen. You know, so if you're in a dorm, in about 3 months, there's 1 week from hell, and then the rest of the time it's pretty cool. But the reality is that chemical contraceptives interfere with this because they lead us to believe we're in a dance with someone else, all right? Now, why would we need to be in the dance? Because long ago, when women lived in community, you guys were out hunting and seafaring, you were gone.